get rich. I can't go where the paper don't flow. I can't hang if you ain't about the dough. Let's get rich. If you stagnant, not worried about no bread, ain't no way that you could get ahead. I'm trying to get rich. Stacking paper, trying to live a better life. I can't be broke, worried about no jewels and ice. Let's get rich. I can't go where the paper don't flow. I can't hang if you ain't about the dough. Let's get rich. If you stagnant, not worried about no bread, ain't no way that you...
Hello. Well, we in.
here.
In that like swimwear. Hey, you guys, welcome to another. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can't hear me.
I can hear me.
I can hear you, but I can't hear me. Hello. Come on, come on. It's
Get it together.
Gary.
Let's get it
I want to
together.
help you to the T. Come on, Gary. Is it working?
Yeah.
I don't hear me.
I hear you.
Can you? Okay. I swear to God, Gary, if I go back and watch this video and I can't hear myself, you'll be looking for another place to stay.
Dang, like that.
Welcome to Pick a Struggle. God, I'm trying to get that right because last time I
Struggle to
messed it
say
up.
it.
I know.
Welcome to Pick a
That's
Struggle.
the struggle for today. Saying,
Right.
Pick the struggle.
Yeah, that's my struggle today. I can't say I can't say the show right, but we are here live at the Global Life Park. We are here live at Fishbowl Network at Global Life Park.
Okay.
You been
Get
drinking
that
today?
Huh?
You been drinking?
Excuse you? I'm gonna need you to get a recliner and relax in your own business.
Yeah.
But of course, this is one of your hosts, Dre Day, all day, every day, with the lovely Lapri.
Lapri, hey y'all. How y'all doing out there, social media?
Right? Oh my goodness, so much been going on. This week
So
was a whole
much.
lot better.
Then last week.
Yeah, would have passed 2-3 months.
Oh, you talking about just in overall?
Yeah, just
general?
overall.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been really, really nice. How was your week?
It was good. I went to work.
Finally.
I had a semi-easy job at work. I was taking temperatures all day for 8 hours for
well,
5
praise
days.
be to God for people like you.
Right. I was on the front line.
Yeah.
And I asked my boss, I was like, you know,
you are essential.
I am very essential. I'm putting my life on the line. When do I get my essential pay?
Was there anybody that you had to turn around because something went right about them?
I did have 2 or 3 people that had like a 100-degree temperature, and I just made them sit down for a few minutes. Let me see.
Yeah.
After a while, but I didn't have to send anybody home.
But after a while, they were all right.
Yeah, people were begging to go home. They're like, "Can I go?" I'm like, "No, you 97.9. Go ahead and go clock in." But yes, I did that, and that's pretty much it. I was going to go to the lake this weekend, but I didn't get a chance to make it out there. My car did break down.
Oh,
I know. I had to get my car fixed. She was sick. She was coughing and stuff.
Her car got the coronavirus.
She had corona. She had that Rona, y'all. She was overheating and everything. She had a fever.
Right, but you got it fixed.
I got her fixed. She good now.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. So, yeah, that's it.
That's it. That sounds so boring.
It was very exciting.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My week was very exciting.
Right. Mine was boring as hell.
What you do?
I didn't do anything. I had, of course, since I haven't had any meat for like 3 weeks almost. Still going good.
We need to hook you up with somebody.
Why are you laughing?
We need to hook you up.
Every
You
time
said you
you
ain't
say
had
it,
no
yeah.
meat. Oh, you talking about actual like
I'm
protein?
talking about actual
protein.
cows,
Oh, he talking about
pigs,
protein,
turkeys.
not that meat. Gary, quit being
Okay. I
nasty.
thought I wasn't sure if you was vegetarian or celibate. Like which?
Yeah, because I thought that's why I said we need to hook you up with somebody. Because I thought,
Yeah.
but
No.
then you was talking
It's 'cause
about
we
protein.
care
Well,
about you,
no,
Dre
if
Day.
we talking about that, it's been longer than that.
Oh,
Dang.
God.
A good 6-7 years strong, and I'm proud of
Drought.
myself.
Years?
Yes.
A drought.
Why? That's
Right?
a
What
choice,
happened?
right?
What's going on?
That it's a joy for me because back in the day, I used to do a lot.
He was a young Thundercat.
Back in the day, I used to do a lot, and I used to party, and I used to do a whole lot of stuff.
Okay.
And so the fact that I've gone this long without it I've learned a lot. Like I've put my focus into other things.
That's crazy.
And into just learning and studying and reading about certain things. So it's been good for me.
But I feel like, did you get to a point where like you had to stop that?
No, okay. Well, let me tell you what slowed me down. I did my first. Well, since we talking about that, I didn't even want to, but since Gary brought it up, what slowed me down was when I went to college. And TCC was doing free HIV/AIDS tests, and I had did my first one ever, and it kind of scared me,
Man.
because I used to party a lot.
Yeah.
And so when I first took it, I was cleared, and then that's when I slowed down, because I was like, that's when
Yeah.
it kind of
Reality
hit
set
me.
in.
Yeah.
Yo, that's
Like,
real.
It could have been a different outcome.
Amen. Especially
Right.
since I had found out a couple of friends of mine did have the virus. And so I was like,
Man.
okay, this kind of hit close to me. And then I had slowed down, and then I took a second one and a third one. And then after the third one, I was like, after these times, I have been cleared and I'm good. So I'm good.
Like, I don't
Keep
want to
it that
risk it
way.
anymore. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
tired of going to take a test, feeling
Right.
anxiety and all
And then
that.
there's been other times where I was hospitalized, but I'll go into that a little bit later.
Right.
And so after that, after being hospitalized over something else and then taking my HIV and AIDS test and it coming out negative, I was like, I'm going to have to be more conscious.
Yeah.
But we'll be more conscious. That's when I just completely went dry turkey and was like, I'm done.
So why did you choose just to be abstinent versus using condoms?
Because condoms...
Gary,
What's
what's wrong with you?
Why
wasn't
you
like-
so giggling?
I know.
Golly.
Gary's like condoms. You don't do that.
Right? But...
Right? It's because how she said it. Like,
'Cause
you'd rather not do it. if
Because
you gotta do
condoms do help, but I really wasn't. After going so long without it, like a certain period of time, it didn't matter if they had a condom or not. I just didn't want to put forth the energy into having sex. Because I was doing other stuff. At this time, I was working like 3 jobs.
Gotcha.
And had a puppy. I was like, I ain't got time.
You a single dad. You had
Yeah.
stuff to do. I got you.
I got a
So
whole bunch
sex
of-
was like the last thing on your
Right.
list.
And
I
then,
understand that.
Then going so long, it was just like, I've had it and I know what it feels like. Ain't no point in me rushing into something or going to look for something.
That's
I
true.
just Really.
But I mean, I'm kind of like one of those people. Like, yeah, I had ice cream. It tastes good. I don't want to just never have ice cream again. I want to eventually.
Yeah.
You know,
It's just
so
it's not a priority.
it's not a priority. I got you.
That's what it is.
I
And-
actually respect that. I like that a lot because most people like I gotta get this, I
Right.
gotta have these. I
I
can't
gotta
go
have a
without.
bowl of ice cream before I go to bed.
And
Every day, yeah. Like they act like life will stop if
Right.
they can't get what they want, and it's ridiculous. It's all
and,
about
and
your
then
mindset.
not only that, seeing so many people in my community being so nonchalant and very carefree about it, I was like, I used to be that. I don't want to be that anymore. And just seeing so many people do certain things, I'm just okay. I don't want to jeopardize myself.
Yeah.
And the numbers are staggering. It's crazy, to be honest. Like, when you look at the local numbers, like, across America is wild, like, how many people are, like, positive for HIV and AIDS, and then just, like, Dallas alone.
Yeah, and then you got some people who don't want to disclose that certain information.
Yeah, people don't want to tell
Yeah,
you.
I knew a famous YouTuber who didn't want to do that.
Fear of
Oh,
embarrassment.
I had a crazy
He
situation.
he shared on his channel that he was HIV positive, but he felt as if he came in contact with a partner that he wanted to have sex with, he didn't feel like he shouldn't have to.
Because he had already said it.
He had already said it, and then he was taking medicine to
So
where
he wouldn't spread it.
Yeah,
I got you. I think that, and
he
it's
was the Black Charlie Sheen, if you ask
wow,
me.
that's a lot. It is Pride Month, you guys. So if y'all wasn't aware of that,
Right, but
But-
next month I want to linger on that. But yeah, next week we will be talking about gay stuff.
all hour.
Yeah.
So if
wow.
you're if you have some type of phobia, do not
right
watch, comment,
or tune
share.
in if you want to learn.
Yeah,
but
because
yeah.
there's gonna be some good stuff.
If you do
But-
have a phobia, tune in.
Right, because that's what you need to know. But real quick before we move on, I just want everybody to know that being safe and disclosing, if you're going to be
sexually active.
active with someone, even if you use protection, you definitely need to disclose it and let that person make a choice to say, okay, I want to pursue,
Yeah.
or I want to move forward, or I don't. Because some people be like, okay, that's cool. Let's just use protection and move on because I feel you. But some people be like, yeah, it is a crime to
it's a crime to not disclose.
To not disclose if you do have something that could potentially be deadly. But I think now people have got so relaxed about it because they do have the HIV medication that keeps you from passing it and it's not detectable. So people are like, well, I ain't gotta say nothing.
Right. And they got this goofy ass pill that keeps you from getting it.
Right, and I heard of that too. I forget.
What is it called? Plan C? I don't know what it's called.
I thought it was
Truvada.
Truvada. Yeah.
Yeah, we seen them commercials.
I did Truvada, something like that.
I can't think of it. Yeah, because I was like, I ain't finna do it. I'm not finna pay for a pill.
Right.
Abstinence always works.
It works, but it ain't that fun.
Or like Solo Dolo.
I'm just saying it works, but
you ain't lying. No.
I mean, you can only have fun by yourself for so long. It's time for you to.
I don't know. I've been doing it for a long time, and I'm still having fun.
I mean, it's always gonna be fun, but I'm just saying sometimes you want to share your fun. So
yeah,
just be safe, guys. That's all it is.
Right. Oh, and then I got a tattoo.
Yay!
Hey.
I'm so happy. I'm so proud about
it.
Put
on camera.
Let's see.
I don't know how to.
Yeah, hold your hand down so they can see the trunk.
Yo,
the elephant trunk.
That looks legit.
That's cute. I like it.
What tripped me out about it is
who did it?
Huh?
Who did it?
I forgot his name. Bubba.
What's his handle?
The one. I don't even think he got an Instagram because I know his phone number. But he's the one that did Gary's tattoo a week or so ago.
Yeah, 2
live on the show.
Yeah, on Gary's show, straight with strip.
Straightforward with strip.
Straightforward with strip. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not even gonna get into how you got that name, but. Your face. But yeah, he did it.
I'm
and
a whole meme over here.
Thank God for Gary because all the other people I was trying to get in contact with, they was kind of being nonchalant about it, like they didn't want to make any money.
Well, I like that. Say that one more again.
I know I'm finna say Gary. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Say that one more again.
Thank God for Gary.
Yo, I like how that sounds.
Yeah. Y'all threw me off of me. I was like, what did I say? Anywho,
thank God for Gary.
Well, yeah, but Gary. He had a connection that was able to get back in contact with me. Because with me, when I make a decision about something, I need to do it right then and there. Otherwise, I'll put it off.
Right.
And so Bubba had got in contact with me. He reached back out to me and answered. And then I went to his house and did the tattoo. And I was
see all his kids.
Yes. Not all of them, but Jesus, that was a lot.
Yeah, and he be talking about my house.
Yeah,
Jesus.
My brother really does have
and he
kids.
got babies.
Oh, yeah, little bitty babies.
Yeah, I didn't see not a damn teenager in there.
Yeah.
Ooh, they been busy.
Yeah, he got a little league over there. And I was like, oh, my God.
Then you're going to appreciate my house with my teenagers.
Yeah. A little bit.
Self-efficient. They don't need me. Just ain't nobody doing too much crying and stuff.
And his wife or baby mama or whatever they call themselves, she was really nice. And it was just so funny because she got an elephant a couple of days ago.
Oh, okay.
And so when I got mine, she was like, oh, that's neat. I was like, no, don't take my design.
Right.
No, do something else.
I better get a different one.
Right.
Better get Dumbo or something.
That's his wife. They're legally married.
That's
Shout out to
they
are?
Black love. Black
love.
Amen.
Black wives, black husbands, all that.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say, I forget. But was Bubba? Was he like cooking shrimp over there when you got there?
No, he
wasn't cooking no shrimp.
nothing,
What was Forrest? Was Forrest there?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just joking.
No, he wasn't cooking. He wasn't doing nothing, and then it was just funny. But the drive did kill me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Cause he stay out yonder.
Way out yonder. I was just like, oh my God. Like,
well, it was worth it though.
Yeah, it was.
No work.
And I can't wait to go back.
Okay, what you getting next?
I'm getting I got my first tattoo retouched, but I got different ideas for it, and then I got other ideas where I got other tattoos that I wanted to get.
Okay.
And so I just can't wait. But the thing that tripped me out was when I had showed my little sister. I was like, I got a tattoo, and she was like, "Oh, that's the Buddhist god."
Yeah.
I was like,
"What
the hell you know about that?"
Little sister been studying,
right? Even though she in summer school,
but hey, can't win them all. Can't win them all.
Exactly. But let's get into other folks' business.
Okay,
we got to. We talked enough about ours. But what was one of the first things that we wanted to talk about? Well, recently, let's talk about something that's more recent. Breonna Taylor's incident report had came out.
And Breonna Taylor was the 27-year-old woman that was asleep in her apartment, and the cops came in and shot and killed her.
Forced their way in.
Yeah.
And while they were trying to force their way in, her boyfriend was calling the police.
Right.
To say, I was saying police. I mean, they were
Somebody
calling
was
for
trying.
help. Someone was trying to get in, but
Yeah.
unbeknownst to him, it was the police who was trying to get in. And they busted in and then shot Breonna Taylor, I want to say 8 times.
8 times, yeah. While
8
she was
times
asleep.
while she was asleep. And so the incident report has just been released a few days ago, and they left it completely blank.
Well, yeah, I ain't surprised at all.
I'm not, but it's just, I don't even know what to say. It's just,
It's sick.
well, I'm lost for words only because I've never seen anything like this before. Like, I've seen other things where on video we see it, and then, but this one is very, it's the first time I ever saw where we all know what happened
right.
with the 911 call, and then with her autopsy being done. Like, we already know what happened.
Eyewitness. Her
Yeah.
boyfriend.
And then here we go with the incident report, and they left it completely blank. The only thing that they had on there, her name, social, date of birth, all that, tomfoolery. And then they put on there, because there's a question, was there a forced entry? And they put no.
Wow.
And then, was there any accidents or injuries? They put none.
So when they say it wasn't a forced entry, were they saying that because did they have a warrant? Because that part I don't.
They had a no-knock warrant, but one, they had the wrong address, and then 2, the guy that they were actually looking for was already in police custody.
Wow. And nobody. So what the communication? Like nobody knew he was already in jail.
That's one of the things I'm just like,
Right.
I've never
That's
seen
crazy.
anything like this.
Like when they call
before.
it in, they're like, we're in pursuit of so and so.
Right, why
Nobody
they-
at the station was like, hey, hold on, bro.
Wait, hold on. I think he in the back.
Yeah, like hold on, we
I
got
think
it.
we already got him. Yeah. That's just pure ridiculous, but it does not surprise me. And when they say there was no accident, so that means that y'all killed on purpose?
Or she died of natural causes. Like, I'm confused.
27 years old. She ain't dying on natural causes.
No.
Yeah, that's the same they tried to do with George Floyd. He said
Right.
he had like heart conditions,
Yeah.
or pre-existing conditions.
Yeah, and had hypertension, high blood
Yeah,
pressure, and the
like-
sugars.
Like, nah, y'all are killing people.
But
So-
it's just, that
And you
was
know, and we
just-
all know nothing's gonna happen from it. I mean, we
Well,
know
that's
any of the
why-
cops are gonna be indicted or anything.
But that's one of the main reasons why there's still marches, there's still
protesting,
rioting, looting,
yeah.
protests, all that stuff, all
Right.
that kerfuffle, all that's still being done because of stuff like this.
Right,
We
right.
saw right there in Atlanta, I think it was Friday night, another unarmed black man shot and killed by police.
You
It's
talking
not.
about? No, I ain't gonna go into that one
It's
because
not
I
gonna
ain't done
stop. I
the-
haven't heard about it.
I haven't done the research about it, but it was him they were trying to arrest him, and he had the police taser and then ran off and they shot him. Like, I haven't got into grave detail about what happened, so I ain't gonna bring that one up. Because it's a whole nother story.
Right, right.
But Breonna Taylor, totally opposite of what just happened in Atlanta. She wasn't doing anything.
Nothing.
They got the wrong house, wrong person. They had a no-knock warrant, which means they not knocking on your door and be like, hey, this is the police. We have a warrant, and this
Yeah.
is who we're looking for.
They
just busted
busted in,
in
right.
and just started shooting.
And that's crazy that we cannot be in our homes and be safe. Just like I think
Right.
about Bonham Jean. What's his name?
Botham Jean.
Botham Jean. He's in his house eating a bowl of cereal, and a white cop comes in. A white woman cop comes in.
Confused about her apartment or where she
And
stayed.
we've never talked about this on the show, but I can tell you one thing: I have never, and no matter if I was drunk or sleepy or whatever, I've never went to the wrong house.
Never.
Once I move into a place, I know where that
Yeah.
place is at.
I've never even went to the wrong car.
Me either.
I done forgot where I parked, and I still don't even go to the wrong car.
Exactly. I mean, because you just know it's instinctively
Yeah.
where your space is at. So it's just sad that we're not even safe in our own houses.
Right. But the last time I saw this was during the 60s and the 70s during the Black Panther movement.
Right.
And there was a leader in one of the soldiers in the Black Panther movement. He was very powerful, and I totally do not remember his name. But
Fred
trust me,
Hampton.
I think that was him.
What's his
Maybe
name?
that was him.
Fred Hampton.
But
Oh.
he was, everybody in his house was asleep, and the police had busted in and shot everybody.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, it was the FBI.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
And the only thing that they were, because back then, the Black Panther movement was considered a terroristic
Terrorists,
group.
yeah.
So it was
But
like
the
they really
KKK
didn't even
not.
need anything to just, to just go in. But they did have an informant that was like, this is where he lives, this is where they're meeting at. And so, which is one of the reasons why black people don't trust each other.
And y'all want to
Because
know
you do
who the
got-
informant was or is?
I don't even care.
Yeah, I would like to know though.
Well, because I was going to talk about it later, but go
Oh.
ahead,
I'm
Gary.
not go- I always spoil
Since
your
you,
segment.
yeah,
Nah, go for
yeah,
it.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, this your show. This your show.
Nah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Reverend Al Sharpton.
Okay,
Wow.
yeah, okay, that ain't what I was going for. It was somebody that was low key. It was another one, and I'll talk about him later
I
on.
can believe that about Al Sharpton. I can believe that.
Him and Jesse Jackson.
Jesse
Say he's-
Jackson has always been a
They've
coon.
been
Oh, I
FBI
can't say
moles
that.
for decades.
Yeah,
Well, you can't say what.
the C word. Coon.
Oh,
You
can
the
say
C
it.
word.
right.
You know, it's just it's sad, guys. It really is. Like, this is what we living in. But at this point in time, the police, they're a terroristic group. I mean,
Yeah.
they're terrorists. They're not
Always were.
the KKK. You gonna label the Black Panther as terrorists, but you're not labeling the police department. You're not labeling the KKK. You're not labeling all these people. Who
Well,
are
it was
actually
white people
going
in
out.
charge, so of course they not.
True that.
They'll
True that.
defend the KKK's First Amendment, but then tell the Black Panthers they are a terroristic group.
Right. Because the Grand Wizard be the police chief.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Because they don't wear capes no more. They don't wear hoodies no
no,
more.
they just wear uniforms.
Right, and suits.
Mhm.
They in your doctor's office and your dentist's office. They everywhere.
They everywhere. And
Right.
you know what? And this is one thing that we didn't say we were going to discuss it, but I seen a post on Instagram the other day, and somebody was saying, guys, it's not just cops, it's doctors, it's lawyers. We get treated differently everywhere. Like, have you ever been to a doctor's office? Judges, everybody, even the lady who work at the drive-thru at McDonald's
Mm-hmm.
got an attitude with me when I roll up just because I'm a black woman. You don't even know me. Like, we get treated differently everywhere that we go.
Right.
And we're always the most forgiving people. That's the only thing that makes me mad. Is because you ain't gonna see no black
Right.
woman walking up to no Latino woman saying, go back to Mexico, and getting in her face, and then they fight it. But you'll see a white woman doing that all day long, and they still give them more respect than they give us.
It's the
just because of
damn
their-
Christians.
Yeah, just because of the color
That
of their
religion.
skin. It's ridiculous.
But what was another thing? 'Cause let's move on to something very light. 'Cause we could talk about that all day.
All day long.
Right. But another thing that someone else who's struggling is B. Simone.
B. Simone has been
Well, her
canceled.
goofy-
She been canceled too many times.
Yes.
And I don't know what's gonna happen with this young
Right.
lady. She a beautiful young lady.
Yeah, she's cute. She got a face for radio. But
You know what?
I'm joking. I'm
She's
playing.
beautiful. I think.
Yeah, she's a cute lady, but sometimes the words that come out of your mouth and then how you portray yourself can make you ugly. Physically, you could be attractive.
Yeah.
But what comes out of your mouth and how you carry yourself, it does make you unattractive.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because the beauty is on the skin deep. It's gonna fade eventually. You're gonna have to
Exactly.
be left with yourself.
Right? Just you just said beauty fades, but stupidity is forever.
It's forever.
So B. Simone, who is, I didn't even know who she was until this happened.
Yeah.
Yo, same here.
And
Real, y'all don't. Shout out to B. Simone. She from Dallas, Texas.
Man,
She from Oak Cliff.
that don't
She-
mean nothing.
She an
thirsty and
influencer.
annoying.
Oh my gosh, y'all know too much.
Well, this is the only thing I know her from. I don't even know anything else.
She just an influencer. She don't really do much. I mean, she on Wild 'N Out, but she's not like.
That's where I first seen her.
Yeah, but she's not like out there. You wouldn't know her
Yeah.
unless you watch Wild 'N Out.
She's like social
okay.
media famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she had did an interview with Nick Cannon, and she was saying
Well, his
how
fine ass.
okay,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it out
to
loud.
each his own. You can have your opinion. No one.
He okay, go ahead. He ain't always being, I'll just say that.
But she had did an interview with Nick Cannon, and she said that I can't date a guy with a 9 to 5. And Nick Cannon followed up was basically saying, you want a CEO or something? She said, yeah, I want a CEO or a hustler. And a lot of people, well, she received a lot of flack for what she said. And I was sitting there thinking, she's come out with like 3 or 4, maybe more videos of her trying to defend what she said. And the only reason I can see why she came out with so many videos on what she said is because she knew what she said was effed up. Because the only people who are watching you or listen to you are people who are 9 to 5, sitting in their cubicles or sitting at the fryer at McDonald's. They sitting there listening to you, and yet you kind of downplay them. So now you're in a defense mode.
Right, you got to backpedal a little bit.
Backpedaling and pussy popping.
Oh, can you say can you say the P word? Right. So I feel like I completely understand what she's saying. It's just her delivery was messed up. Because I feel like it's certain people that I wouldn't want to date. Like I'm not gonna date the man out here with the sign on the end of the street asking for $1. Like I just feel like we're not in the same. I'm not looking down on him, but I feel like we're not on the same level. There ain't nothing wrong with getting someone and bringing them up or whatever, or showing them the way. But when she was talking to Carlos Miller, he made a good statement. He was like, 9 to 5 people versus people who are entrepreneurs, and I hate that word, is so overused, but people who are out here getting it or whatever, y'all don't have the same schedule. That's basically what he was saying. So if you date 9 to 5, you got to wait till the weekend to hang out with him. So that's what that's kind of what I was thinking she was meaning. Like, we're not gonna always be available for each other because my schedule's whatever, and you're stuck to this schedule. So, and then plus as far as money goes too. But like we were talking about on the phone, 9 to 5, you could be a CEO of a company and be making $200,000 or $300,000 a year. So it really don't have anything to do with the money part.
I didn't get what I'm glad you saw it because I didn't see it.
I didn't
understand what she was
saying.
saying.
Anybody that's not on her level, and we don't know what her level is. I mean, her level could be whatever, but
not working at all,
right?
But
when she works, she does do a lot though.
Yeah, I mean, being a social media influencer does have. You do have to do something to be able to be that, but she said further that I need someone to understand why I'm up 3 o'clock in the morning.
I need somebody to understand why I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
But I would rather you say I need a man who's understanding on what I do. Because even 9 to 5 people can understand why someone else is up early in the morning to make money.
And even 9 to 5 is you have to give up. Yeah. I'm a 9 to 5er and I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
I need somebody to understand why I'm up because I'm going to work.
Right. But you need someone who's more understanding. You don't need someone who's a CEO or a hustler. Like, you don't even need any of that. You just need someone who understands and someone who does work hard, which I ain't seen nobody work harder than a 9 to 5er. Cause
she just don't want nobody that work at Target. Basically, she should have just said that. Like, I don't want nobody that work at Target. I want to be with a man who has money. I want to be in a relationship with someone who can match my finances. Basically, is what she needed. That's what she needed to say. That's the realest thing you can say. And who can argue with it? Like you,
I can.
I don't want to be with somebody. If I'm making what I'm making, I don't want to be with somebody who making $7 an hour. I just don't.
But see, that's
for me. That's not okay.
Because I have money, even though money has messed up some marriages,
right?
But that's like later on. We're talking about somebody who's looking for a relationship like early on in their life or early on in the relationship status. Like, you should not limit yourself. The only thing that I would say is that I don't want to date someone that I have to take care of.
Yeah.
To where if we're dating, then you're always asking for money to pay your own bills. That would be my only issue.
Right.
But if you making a little amount of money, but yet the money you're making is helping you
or sustaining
is
you.
sustaining you,
Right.
then I have no issue.
But what if that money is sustaining them, but they can't do anything extra? So let's say you want to go out to the movies, and they're like,
I don't
"Oh,
care
babe,
about extra, because
gotta
if
pay
I'm
for
making
the
a whole
movies."
bunch of money and I want to spend time with that person, money is not an issue.
So
if
you're
I
not
have
gonna
the
ever
mon-
want to be pampered, taken care of, spent on, or none of that. Like you, and what if the relationship lasts for 10 years and it's like that the whole time? You ain't gonna feel like you've been used a little bit?
I don't care, because if I'm giving, if I'm having to pay for everything, and they are giving me their time and their attention, which is something that I do need, money really ain't. Money is not like a huge thing for me. So if, long as I'm not having to take care of you and your bills, then I'm good. If you're doing what you got to do and you're sustaining your own life, kudos to you. You can be with me, but I'm not finna. I'm just not finna take care of you. And now, if I bring up the fact, just like if I'm friends, let's say I'm friends with Gary, because I know he ain't paying attention, he in his phone, but I'm gonna make sure he paying attention. But if I ask Gary, let's go out to eat, I feel as though I need to pay because I'm
you
the one
asked.
who's inviting you.
Right.
Now, if Gary invites me, then Negro, you need to pay.
Right.
But if
Yeah.
I'm inviting you and you say I gotta work, okay, cool. But if you said okay, I can, but you know I got this and that, I'm okay. Well, then I got you because I invited you out
Right. And when I invited you, my plan was
to pay for you.
Right.
Like
right.
sometimes when I ask friends, like, "Oh, let's go get sushi." I ain't got no money. That ain't what I asked you.
Right.
I asked you, "Do you want to go get sushi?" I didn't ask you if you got money to go get sushi.
Right. Right.
You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I think B. Simone, she just put her foot in her mouth. She should have just
Yeah.
worded it a little better, and it would have still, people would have still took it the way they wanted to take it, but at least she would have been honest, and it would have sounded
Yeah.
more like, okay, I get what she's saying. She just don't want to date nobody who ain't got what she got.
Right. And I've known people who work 9 to 5 and they got more money than I do. And I'm somebody who does a whole bunch of other stuff to get money.
Right.
And
Right.
somebody who got 9 to 5, they got benefits, they got
Right.
401ks, they got insurance, they got money saved up, they got property and stuff.
Right.
So it's like 9 to 5 really don't mean you ain't got no
more
money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes it ain't about the money you got right now. That's the difference between being rich and being wealthy. Now that's what she probably should have pointed out.
Pointed out. Right. I need somebody who is well
Who is stable,
Yeah.
or someone who got something to pass on
A legacy,
if we got
'cause
kids.
I want to leave a legacy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I totally agree with all of that. But just saying, I don't want nobody who recognize. And the thing about it is that while she's defending herself, she's still saying 9 to 5.
Yeah, she
It's like,
putting
girl,
her
let
foot
that
further
go.
in her mouth.
Yeah,
That girl got a
saying
deep
that.
throat.
She must do.
Cause she finna her whole foot in her doggone mouth. She all the way
I
up
hope
to
she
the
got a small
ankle.
foot. Shoot. Yeah, I'm like, quit saying 9 to 5 because you're making
Right.
it sound bad.
But somebody else who done put their foot in their mouth is Oprah.
Ugh. That
Man,
old,
Oprah been canceled.
that
yeah.
old
Bitty.
dog head. What Snoop called?
What do you call Gail?
Yeah.
Dog headed ass.
he wasn't in on her. I don't know exactly what he said, but he wasn't in.
But it was, and you know what? Shame on Snoop Dogg for not coming out about other stuff, but show came out about Gail. But that's beyond the point. That ain't what we was talking about. But Oprah did a roundtable talk, and it's on YouTube if you want to see it. It's 2 hours long, and God knows I would never get those 2 hours back. Because I watched it, she had about 50 people on there, and didn't talk about not a damn thing.
She just want to be on TV.
Yeah, just want to be on TV. So Oprah had did a roundtable talk and was talking, and the title was "Where Do We Go From Here?" And she had all these Negroes on here talking about the history of black people and the systemic racism or systematic racism or whatever. They spent an hour and a half talking about history, but then spent the last minute talking about where do we go from here. And the only thing that they had to offer was make sure y'all vote. Go
Oh
get
my
tests
goodness.
for COVID-19 and write letters to your Congress. And then I'm just like, that is complete bullshitaki. Because if you're talking about the police, which is a system that was not built to protect black people, if
Right.
you want to talk about that, if you putting that in the conversation, we need to add the fact that the government was not built on to serve black people also.
Right.
And so the fact that you're telling people to participate in the government or participate in the practices of the government when the government was not meant for them, you're drowning people even further. You're putting them deeper in an ocean that they cannot swim out of. And so I totally hate that she had came out with that bull. Because Dave Chappelle had did a special also that's on TV and it's on Netflix called 846.
Yes.
And it's called 846 because that's how long Derek had. Was it Devin?
Derek Chauvin.
The murderer.
Yes.
The murderer. That's how long the murderer had his knee on George Floyd's neck.
8 minutes and 46 seconds.
Dave Chappelle said more in 20 minutes than Oprah and all those damn people had to say in 2 hours.
Because Oprah's not us. Oprah is already deemed herself not part of the black community. I have never seen or heard of Oprah really coming out and standing out and saying, hey, these are my people. Like, I don't even remember the last time I heard her say she was a black woman. Like, Oprah does not identify with me. She feel like she don't even look like me.
And she be bashing black men. Like, she done tried
She
like
go
3 or 4
in.
times to shame Michael Jackson. Like when them accusers came back out,
but even
made that documentary.
Even
when
that, she brought Jay-Z on her show to tell him, I don't like hip hop, and I don't like what you're doing, and what you're doing is demeaning and all. Why do you bring him on the show? But yeah, you
could have told him that in the text message. You gotta,
and
you
she's
gotta
best
break
friends
him.
with Harvey Weinstein.
Right, the guy who's out here
and was
doing
on
what
those
he doing.
Epstein Islands. Let some folks tell it.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
She part of the elite, and I don't care what nobody say. Oprah does not identify with the black community whatsoever. When she made that first $1 million, she said, them ain't my people no more. These people over here is my people now. And that's who she's gearing to. She's gearing to the people that are going to make the money. Just like this whole Black Lives Matter thing. All that money is going to the Democratic Party, to old white men. That money ain't going into the black community. That's why I believe in Black Lives Matter, but I don't be buying all that merchandise and stuff.
No,
because it's not going to help our
Which
community.
reminds me,
anyway.
where'd you buy that shirt from?
Oh, a friend of mine. She be making shirts.
Who?
Custom Creations.
Who is she?
Custom Creations. That's the name of her business.
Oh,
Yeah, let me get one.
Is she black?
She's black.
How you know her?
Her husband is my boss.
You told me about this. Where's my shirt at?
I'm not.
You know what
I'm
saying?
going to get you one.
Okay.
Calm down.
Okay.
Jesus, you see how he went in on me?
We could all 3 been in here with Black Magic
Jesus.
shirts.
Ray.
You have to go in. I had to test the merchandise first. I didn't have. I didn't want. I didn't want to give y'all some boo boo work, so I wanted to make sure it was good first.
Dre, they put that shirt on, start itching and all that.
Yeah, then he go like, "You tell me about it."
I mean, he look like a crackhead.
I know. But
You know what
Oprah.
you're saying?
Oprah, she not the part of our community. I don't expect anything less from her. She did exactly what she was supposed to do, what they paid her to do. Act like you care. Be the face.
Right.
She ain't never been the face of our community. Not for us, not black women.
Or people in general.
People in general, but I didn't look at I didn't watch Oprah.
I used to always tell people, how you build a school in Africa but don't build one here?
Exactly.
This is where you from.
This is where you at.
You didn't even build one in Chicago, where your show is at.
And she don't even take care of her family members. Like, the people that are related to her through blood, she don't have nothing to do with that.
No.
So I don't have nothing to do with Oprah.
And then
her
that
and
whole,
her wife,
then that
both
whole
of them.
Monique thing.
Right.
I can't stand Monique, but wrong is wrong and right is right.
Mm-hmm.
And Oprah was wrong. Bringing her family on there to talk about Monique's sexual abuse, but
Right.
not have Monique on
That
there.
ain't even that's not even something they should have been discussing. That is not none of that's. I don't fool with Oprah and her wife. I just don't. Gail been having that same wig since '89, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
I can't stand you.
I'm sick of it. She put a bowl on her head and just curled the bottom and took the bowl off.
Right.
I'm tired of this wig. Take it off.
I think that's why why Gail had took the R. Kelly thing.
Wow.
The R. Kelly interview. Just
the
straight out
bad-
embarrassed
Yeah,
him.
the bad black man, and he fell for it.
Right.
You know, he fell right
Because
into
I don't
it.
see you interviewing nobody. With
And
the
she- and
with
what she did with-
the whole Epstein, Weinstein, all them
she
Jews.
Not. They not. And the way she did Lisa Leslie, I I would have been done with Gail.
Oh yeah,
after
that
Kobe
yeah
died,
that interview. I remember seeing that, and I was
Yeah.
just like, if I was Lisa, I would have cussed her out.
Yeah, she would have. Right, they would have been like, "Good,
Right. We can't use this
Oh,
footage.
no.
She would have been everything but a child of God.
okay." Then I would have snatched a little nappy wig off. But anyway, but yes, honey, that's. I don't even want to talk about Oprah no more. She makes me mad. She makes me mad.
But let's talk about somebody else who's struggling. That was the video. How much
Oh,
longer we got?
before we get into that, what you think about the Dave Chappelle special? Because I felt like
I
felt
loved
like
it.
I loved it.
I had to fast forward through it a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
Why?
Because when he started out, it was kind of slow.
Okay.
And because he had his book out, kept opening and closing it, and then kept relighting cigarettes and stuff. So I was just like, let me fast forward through this and try to,
Get to the gist of it.
yeah, get to the gist of it. But overall, it was a good special. Did you watch it?
Nah, I haven't even seen it. They were just
And you
telling
call
me about it
yourself
earlier.
black.
You feel me?
Anyway,
Come on now. 20 minutes, Gary. 20
I'm
minutes.
telling you, man, I worked from sun up to sundown.
whatever. He
yesterday.
too busy trying to get ice cream before he go to bed.
Yeah.
It's important. Anyway,
I'm gonna need you to watch it though.
no, for real though, he probably, I'm sure he'll watch it, but if anybody who hasn't watched it need to watch it. And I love one point that Dave Chappelle made was he was saying that everybody keep asking, what is my opinion? What do I think about what happened with George Floyd? What do I
Yeah.
think about this? What do I think about that? And he was like, we don't need to know what I think about
That
it.
was the
I love
most
that.
important part of it.
Yes.
Because with me, I don't look towards celebrities to tell me what I think or
feel.
what I should think.
Right.
If I feel a certain way, I will say it. I'm
Right.
not looking forward to something. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I wish Dick Gregory was still alive. And I kind of wish Farrakhan would say something too. But they're not really celebrities.
Right. They're more like activists.
Yeah, they're more like activists. So those people, then yeah, I wouldn't mind hearing what they got to say about it. But what Dave Chappelle had said, it totally did hit with me because I don't need someone who's rich, which is why I didn't like Oprah stuff.
and privileged.
Yeah, I don't need someone rich that made it and is privileged to tell what poor black folks
Need to do
need to do.
with their anger and their frustration.
Yeah, or how they're angry or why they're angry and all this. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to hear none of that.
And he made a good point by saying that the guy that killed, I can't remember who he killed. Was it the guy that was selling loose cigarettes?
Oh, Eric Gardner.
Eric Gardner, or it might have been somebody else. But the cop had pulled him over the night before.
See, that I didn't know.
Yes, the same cop had pulled him over the night before, and then the next day he kills a black man. That just hit home for me because that means that money does talk. 'Cause
Yeah.
he said that when the guy pulled him over, he reached for his stuff and he was like, "I know who you are, Dave Chappelle. You did this, you did that.
Oh, yeah, that
Go
part.
ahead
Yeah,
and go
yeah,
home."
yeah.
But he turns around the next day
And pulls
kills-
over and, yeah,
kills a black
chokes him to
man.
death.
Yeah, and it's like, dang, if he hadn't been Dave Chappelle, would that been his last night? You know what I mean? So that kind of stuff right there. And that's the reason why I say I don't need to hear from no celebrity because your struggle is not like mine. Money has put this barrier of protection around you where you can do and say and go and move how you want to move. We don't have that privilege. We don't have
Right.
that luxury. That's why I don't need all these celebrities to come out and say, "Oh, this is what you should do." You look
Like
at,
Steve Harvey punk ass had to come out and say something. I'm just like, ain't
we
you
really don't need you.
ain't you registered as a child, as a
Sex
predator,
offender,
as a
yeah.
sex offender?
Right.
And that ain't nothing alleged, so I'm not even gonna say that.
Yeah.
Ain't you registered and ain't the police looking at you and looking for you? And then your daughter was in a hit and run and she didn't even have to go to jail.
Right.
You not facing the same stuff we're facing now.
We're not talking to you.
Right.
Or you don't need to be talking to us.
Exactly. I'm gonna need you to keep you and all your piano teeth closed. Ain't nobody got time for that. So yeah, I totally get what he was saying. Dave Chappelle was saying the streets
got it.
Are speaking for themselves. They don't need no celebrity, and that's why he kept his mouth shut. And I totally
appreciate
agree with that.
Yes, I do. And with that 20 minutes was all he needed.
Oh,
We didn't need no more of that. That just it didn't change anything for me, but it made me realize he pointed out the difference between what he has to deal with and what we're
right.
dealing with.
And Oprah goofy ass needed 2 hours.
And did he say anything about? He didn't say nothing about voting
No.
because he knows it's bullshit too.
Man, that's what I've been saying. Like, how long has it been legal for us to vote? And
50 years.
Right.
Well, no.
About that.
No, it's been longer than that. But
They
in
didn't-
1965, it was when it was like, y'all got to stop all the foolishness, all the barriers.
Because they would make us. Oh,
Yeah.
you gotta do this. You gotta do that. Yeah.
Because after the slaves were free, well, after African Americans were free, there was so many stumbling blocks. Like you had to be grandfathered in and able to vote. Well, hell, my grandfather was in slavery, so
Right.
of course he wasn't a citizen.
Right.
Citizen, I'm sorry. And then it was you had to be able to read. Of course,
It was
y'all
illegal
made
for
it
us.
illegal for
us
me
to
to be
read.
able to read.
right.
So it was like y'all had all these stumbling blocks, all these speed bumps and dips,
And they're still doing it today with like the voter ID laws, and certain counties have certain restrictions. You have to be in this zip code for this long.
And then being a felon. If you're a felon,
most
a
black
recent
people-
villain,
Right.
villain, Jesus. If you're a recent felon,
Yeah.
you can't shut up. If you can't be able to vote, you had to wait years and able to get your rights back and able to vote as a felon. And it's like we already know most of the people who get felons or in jail or in prison are black people.
Right.
Now you taking away the whole damn near the whole black vote. So it's like why what the hell are y'all
Why we
talking
keep
about?
saying, "Do it, go vote, go vote"? Like you said, you pushing us further in the ocean.
Right.
We can't swim out of there.
No.
Nothing. I mean, I'm not trying to deter people from voting.
I am.
Do what you want to do. If that's what you feel like is going to make a difference, do that. But I feel like this whole put your black dollars back into the black community thing is way safer
Yeah.
or way more proactive than going to vote.
Heck yeah.
I don't feel like going to vote going to do nothing for us.
That's why I didn't give kudos to Tyler Perry.
What did he
Because
say?
he built that whole studio out of, with his money, and I ain't gonna tell people what to do with their money, but the fact that he's supposed to be for black people, and yet you built this whole studio, but then build a black neighborhood.
And he could have easily built a neighborhood. That studio,
is a neighborhood, and
He
that's
could have
what you could have
easily
built.
did that. That
You
could have
coulda-
easily been Black Wall Street over again.
Exactly.
And I have seen online they do have like a couple old like townships and cities like
That
in
they
different
tryna
states
buy?
that are for sale. Yeah,
Yeah.
heck yeah. Like
And
you
they were
can buy a
saying that
whole
we put
town.
our money together, that we can buy those towns and get them going.
Yeah, that's
That would be so dope. Like I would be on the
Yeah.
first thing smoking.
If Tyler Perry would have built that in Georgia, I would have been on the first ticket to go.
So, but let me ask y'all this, black men. Do y'all think that black people can? Do you think that we at a place where we can be successful in that? Because
Like
the generations
segregated?
have changed.
What you talking about, Willis?
The
Like
stuff that black people do now,
Can we survive being segregated and
Yeah.
self-sufficient?
the stuff that black
Oh,
people
yeah.
do now,
We always
not,
were.
Not the black people that are here for. I'm talking about the ignorant ones.
The niggas.
Yeah. Do you think that we can have that with us? Black Wall Street
Yeah.
was sharecroppers. They were prior slaves. They was trying to build their
Yeah.
families and build their legacies. The black people that we have now are not in that mindset anymore.
Well, see, I don't even know if it's okay. Well,
It's
let
a
me
generational
let me
thing.
say, yeah, it's a generational curse. But let me
Right.
say the mindset. Then yeah, it will be a struggle. But if you surround those ignorant people with resources, as far as jobs, education, all that stuff, they can get out of that mindset. Because back then, like in the 60s and 70s, while a lot of black, or in the 80s and 90s, a lot of black men went to jail because where they lived were no jobs.
Right.
And so they had to resort to criminal activity. And it made them go to jail, and then it made them pick up practices that they should not have been doing. It made them do that. But if you surround them with jobs, education, and opportunity, they will get out of the mindset. Idle hands are the devil's workshop.
That's true.
People who ain't got nothing to do around their neighborhood will find something to do, and sometimes, majority of the times, it'll be the wrong damn thing.
Right.
A lot of crime stems from poverty, so they try to keep us
Yeah.
in poverty as much as they can, so we continue to commit crime. They continue
Poverty,
to kill us and lock us
along
up.
with the lack of knowledge.
Right.
So if you put black people, history has been known. If you put black people in their own circle, they will thrive.
Yeah, and that part I
Anybody.
do know. I do
Yeah.
believe that. I was just speaking of like the younger generation, like the people that came after Gary, like
Yeah.
the ones that are coming up now.
Yeah.
Like if they don't have that foundation at home, they don't have that structure. Could they go out into the world and live in
Yeah.
a structured
You
society?
you put positive people in the neighborhood, and you put jobs
You
and
put some old
opportunity
folks
in
in
it.
there that still
Yeah.
be trying to whoop people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You got folks in there singing, "The devil just might kill you in your sleep." Like you put those type of people in there,
Right.
they will learn something. Cause, it's kind of hard and difficult to do the wrong thing when you know the right thing to do.
That is true. That is true. Your
You
conscience.
have to put more. You have to put more effort into doing the wrong thing. If there's so many positive people around you, and I learned that from personal experience,
Right.
because my brother was the same way. He didn't even like we had the same father and different mothers. Our father was a drug dealer. My mom was a 9-to-5er that worked and busted her butt to get to where she is now. His mama was not the same. And so he fell into the system because he had nobody else to be positive in his life. I had my mom to look up to, and I had my dad's work ethic to look up to. Like, I want to hustle like my dad, but I don't want to sell drugs because obviously that leads you somewhere. But if you don't know no different, sometimes you'll lead down that path. So if you put positive people in a neighborhood with the resources, with the jobs, with the education, all that, even the dumbest person can learn something and learn something different and learn something new.
Yep. I like that.
True
Right?
that.
I'm glad I was drinking today. But how much longer we got, Gare Bear?
3 minutes.
Oh, we got 3 minutes. Okay. Girl, was there anything else?
That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
So we could talk about what we gonna talk about next week. Give them a little snippet. 'Cause
Yeah.
I need some people to tune in, guys.
Right.
Tune in.
Exactly.
Next week.
So next week, well, this whole
It's
month,
Father's Day next week. Not
I ain't nobody
Saturday.
talking about that.
Hey.
Next Sunday.
Yeah,
For them
yeah.
baby daddies.
What y'all gonna get me? Dang. you see the respect these black fathers get. Well, I tell you,
When
it's
we
hard
get,
being
when
a
I get
black
on Mother's
father.
Day, all I'm saying is what I get on
Exactly.
Mother's
What
Day.
did she get on Mother's Day on her birthday, Gary?
Were we here?
Uh-huh.
I don't think I knew y'all.
Yeah, you know,
Yes, you
whatever. But anyway, this month is kind of conflicted for me because this month we do us as black people we do celebrate Juneteenth,
Yes.
which is the anniversary of black slaves
When we got freed.
when we got free.
when
we found
we
out
found
that
out.
we were
Yeah,
free.
yeah.
Right. Us free.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
And then also June is also National Pride Month. I'm sorry.
I said, what was that?
What? Give us free?
Oh,
free.
okay. It sounded like something else.
It's Amistad.
Oh,
It's a good movie. You should watch it.
I watched it, but I don't remember that part.
I've never watched that movie.
And you call yourself black again?
Yeah, because it's like some things
Where's
I
your
can't
card
watch.
at? Give me your
Some things
card.
I
I
can't watch
know.
because I'm so black power. It's just gonna make me too mad. and take
Whatever.
That's a cop
Saying-
out.
Lies you tell.
Okay.
Devil just might kill you in your sleep.
I'm for real, like 12 Years a Slave.
You
That
is
movie made
smart.
me want to
But
go out and fight
nah,
people.
that movie I
You
didn't want to
was
watch it. I watched
honest.
enough slavery stuff. I watched Roots and
You
all
is
this stuff.
kind.
Anyway, June is also Pride Month, which is the month we're in now. And because I am gay and I am black, we'll be talking about both. But next week we're just gonna be talking about gay shit.
Gay stuff.
Yeah, gay stuff.
like gay
I'm
stuff.
I
sorry.
didn't know you were either, bruh. That's crazy.
You know what?
He
I didn't know
being
you.
funny.
I didn't know you were gay or black. Yeah.
Yeah, he being funny. He being funny.
He knew all of the above.
Right. But zing.
This is kind of it's kind of close to my heart, Pride Month, because I don't know if I've shared this with either of y'all or both of y'all. I know I've shared it with you.
What?
But my mom, I grew up with two moms. I grew up in a
Shut up. You know you didn't tell me that?
She mentioned
did.
it on the show before.
I must have been asleep.
I
'cause
remember
don't remember
Lepre.
that.
Thank you, Gary. I
Heck yeah.
appreciate you. Yes, I grew up
Oh,
with
he
two mothers.
lying.
No, it's like some things you remember
Right.
Gary done did.
We
It's
gonna
like
call
vice
him the
versa.
Lion King.
All
right.
Yeah.
I didn't know you grew up with two
I grew up with
mommies.
two mothers. Yes, my mom and
That's
her
dope.
girlfriends. She had multiples. My mom was a Rolling
Yeah, I was gonna
Stone.
say it sounded like you said girlfriends.
Ah!
Dang.
She was a Rolling Stone. She used to pull them on her like,
Mama a player.
Them do thick and
But,
thin.
and I've always had like appreciation for the gay community.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And the gay struggle. So next week,
And the gay struggle.
next week's
It was struggle
struggle.
growing up in the two
is gay
in
people.
in a household with two moms in the
Well,
90s.
Picture growing up when you the only gay person in the house.
Picture growing up when you ain't gay, but it's your fault that gay stuff going on.
What?
Yo, and that's
Picture
something.
growing up like getting made fun of because of your mother.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
And,
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's like it's not.
I can't wait.
I ain't do nothing. But
Like, look, he'd be like,
Yeah.
yo, mama gay.
where that other lady sleep at? It's on that 3 bedrooms in y'all house. That's your that ain't your auntie. Why you call her auntie? She don't look nothing like your mama.
I can't
Like,
wait for
growing
that.
up with stuff like that.
And then a lot of people don't know because I've heard a lot of black people get mad when gay people try to tie themselves up with civil rights movement or with the black struggle.
Yo, one of my
But a lot of people
Civil
don't know.
right.
Let me say this:
Yeah.
civil rights was in '65. Gay rights movement was in '69. They right back to back with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my homeboys I went to school with, he's gay. He like educated me. There was a lot of pioneers in the civil rights movement that were gay.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
like, helped us, achieve
Yeah.
advancement. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And that is a conversation that I've been seeing that should be had. Like black people in general in our community, like Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. We're always defending black people, but then when it comes to gay people in the black community, we're not the same.
yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Like whenever
And-
the trans girl got beaten, killed in Dallas, or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, and like everybody was quiet about
And
it.
she's black.
Yeah.
There were no black people rallying around, and so that's why I think I had shared with you. I feel a struggle, or I second think myself when I'm trying to back up black people on what's going on when I know black people ain't gonna defend me as a gay person because they feel as though I'm an abomination and I'm going to hell.
And I hate that.
Yeah.
I truly hate it with a passion.
But how much longer we got? Are we done?
Yeah, we are.
Cause that was finna be a whole
Yeah,
other
but yeah,
conversation.
next week we talking about gay people.
So y'all tune in.
Right, we talking about RuPaul's Drag Race. We'll
Ooh, I
catch
love
up.
RuPaul. That's my girl.
We talking about it next week, so y'all tune in, and I can't wait for y'all to tune into that.
Yes.
And then I'll be talking about my coming out story, even though National Coming Out Day is in October, but I'm talking about it next week. But oh God, I can't wait. So we'll catch up with y'all later.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Peace in the Middle East and a bottle of hair grease. Are you okay, Gary?
It's your girl, Lepre.
And this is Dre Day, all day, every day. And this is the Pick a Struggle Show. Every Sunday at 5 p.m. from the Fishbowl Network at the Global Life Park in Arlington, we'll pick a struggle from my life, Lepre's life, celebrity's life, or even your mama's life, and talk about them and try to change struggles into standards. So tune in every Sunday from 5 to 6 p.m.